before I talk about the next things, but two more mentions. We have a now MOU with the Training and Development Organization in Kerala that we'll just exchange. We already done it, but exchange वो शास्त्र तो होना चाहिए ना. इधर थोड़ा हो जाएगा आपके सामने blessings आपके मिलेंगे. And the third MOU, two MOUs I talked about. Third is our Dasapa is not here, sir. In our group he is there. Dr. Dasapa. That is the Indian Institute of Science. And REPA have done an MOU to bring the decentralized project where we will deliver from waste hydrogen, waste to electricity, and waste to gas. So we don't have to go to CBG in that. That's a different project. So CBG is my pet baby. I believe 640,000 villages. If they all decide 5 tons per day, you calculate, we don't have to import gas at all. But to do that, how much time it will take? I will need GAIL for that. Because wo sari gas, all that gas will be their infrastructure. Don't forget, see, nothing changes. See, our jobs in the public sector will be saved if there are people in the public-private domain like us. Reliance was not interested in CBG plants. They went and signed up with these gentlemen over there, 500 CBG plants. And they did it with their industrial bed. They were not listening to 50 crore plant in decentralized. Reliance was not talking to us. Even today they are away from us. But what we have done, success, we brought them to their senses that we have to get into CBG. Now Adani also got entered. A big daddies get interested, everybody will get interested. People are going slow. Now all the decentralized plant, where is A.V. Rao, the pioneer? I'm helping him in Telangana. I told Telangana government that he's sitting here. He's got old, he's an NRI, but he wants to stay cool. He cannot travel every time to Kolhapur and to Rohtak now anymore. So give him a plant in Telangana. Let me tell you, 20 TPD plant is going to be developed in that region. He's got the acreage, everything done. So I had to work with him to help him out. Same situations will come because I went to see Latur, Vilasrao Deshmukh's third son. What is the name? The third son, apna mile son. Whatever, I think it is Ritesh Deshmukh, not the actor, the third one. So what happened, he's a very erudite fellow, youngest son. He's using molasses extra. So kya karo? So he gave a very good idea. Sir, no more we can get money and can't give to the farmers on sugar. We are paying them in time. But still this is not possible over time. So we need to get into Urja, energy. Now all of this was going on and we visited Latur and all that, saw the Manjara sugar and they are struggling with ethanol ka bhi glut ho gaya. 50,000 metric tons of ethanol is lying without taking off. Right? So you need to diversify your products. You should not put it in one basket. So luckily they're building 20 tons per day CBG. So they're from molasses itself directly to CBG. That is the process. Dheeraj Deshmukh, sorry. So I have not met him for the last 6 months now because of these elections and all. They are all busy because of obviously political family. But all of them are doing the job. You see, these are the entrepreneurs who are missing out. And the whole town of Latur is dependent on what this one group is doing. So the Manjara group and other things and everything that they are doing. I talked to local people, they said, sir, these are our annadatas. Yeah, that's the situation, whether they are in power or not. They are the ones who are running. These are also businessmen, cooperative businessmen, let's not forget. So what I am trying to tell you, 3 MOUs we have been able, we don't come into this every time, but my experience of MN brought me to think that I can deliver even today, one more round, try to see some decentralized stuff to come up so that these villages like Rawat Sahab ka Hisar mein kaam karenge. Andhra Pradesh is ready to put up one pilot plant. To my God, I hope they come forward and do it. And we have another hero here sitting there, Awards. You can see the logo at the end. Saurav has in Delhi developed, you don't have to change your automotive. You can simply retrofit about 1 lakh rupees roughly, I would say. You put your 1000cc engine, you are running on hydrogen. Why do you want to produce hydrogen? It's called Advanced Hydrogen On-Demand Systems. So this is an NIT, NIT, MNIT, Motilal Nehru Institute of Technology alumni for me. So he's awarded, he's got the NSH award already. So number of installations if we do, I can tell you may not have to change the automotive ecosystem. My problem is with this idea of nonsense of electric vehicle and all. Electric vehicle will end you going towards the thermal power plants. You will draw the power at night and you will bake yourself inside that. That is 100% proven now. Electric vehicle is not a solution with battery. If there is any electric vehicle solution, which I like and not only the world has to like, it's hydrogen fuel cell electric vehicle. You drive it with HFCEV in a decentralized mode, not go to the grid to draw power. So it is like, आप इधर से निकले आसमान से गिरे और खजूर बैठ गए. इसका कोई मतलब नहीं है ना. See, and you destroy your entire automotive system. आपकी पूरी automotive manufacturing industry को dislodge करोगे और इधर वो आएगी मोटर और जनरेटर और ये बनाने वाली industry and you bloody well will get stuck because now you cannot go to hydrogen once you remove your IC engine mechanism. Correct. So this is the fundamental.
That's the game.
This is the fundamental, and we must fight for this. You know, it's not, if the government does not understand this, we must rock them and tell them enough is enough. I went ahead and even challenged Gadkari on this issue recently. I said, what are you doing? What are you talking about? Ethanol of Dali, koi baat nahi. That is okay. That you build the ethanol engine, I have no problem with ethanol. I personally have no problem. But let ethanol compete with CBG.
Yes.
What is your problem? Why you are making a monopoly? When India is capable of producing the you multiply these figures, it is right in my economics book, it is mind-boggling figures if every village produces 5 tons of CBG or optionally biogas to electricity. You don't need to import anything. This is the Atmanirbharta. It will take us 15 to 20 years. 10 years will be aggressive for me, if I say. But that is the period you make the LNG economy come in. Because if you have sustained that infrastructure of LNG, if you have sustained the automotive one, CNG and bio-CNG combination, you have saved yourself huge investments unnecessarily going into this hybrid vehicles. No, not hybrid, but the electric vehicle battery.
Actually, I will say you are saying the right thing. It is in the finance terms, so it will be the expense budget getting into the capex thing.
Absolutely.
It's like every year we are spending a lakh whatever crores into an expense budget. Now, if we capitalize it, do the investment on that, and then we have our. That's what I think. That is the real wealth we are creating for the country. What I was also coming from like 40 years into this automotive industry, fuel cell and all. I saw that in America in 2000.
I
So
saw
what
in
I could see,
2009.
what is good for India is that you change the current infrastructure. Otherwise, for new you will need investment. Somebody is going to come, बाहर से आएगा, वही हमको सिखाएगा, फिर हम उसी का सामान बेचेंगे. Or we'll import, again dependency. So the whole thing is you use like CBG. Basically, sir, for CBG and everything, it is for a large country like us, we have to become decentralized.
Absolutely right.
If it is mega projects and then taking, of course, power has been like that. But if you disrupt and think, make hub and spoke model or whatever, decentralize it, I think efficiency wise, I think I'm not an expert, but what I see is there is at least a transition which happens with help. Otherwise, it just breaks the rhythm. And that's what I was able to do with, and of course, this is patent granted. And when all the ministers and all, when they came from in G20, they were taking the selfies of my car, then I could believe, imagine all the countries with all their egos that they are the large corporate, developed economies and all, but they were zapped to see this is happening in India. So this is one is of course a tricolor story. Other is if we like DG sets, Vega. When you say CBG,
right.
What I am doing is simply a small equipment is using water which is available, portable, and produce hydrogen. And don't just store it, just use it. You produce, you use. So there's no wastage, no muda in the system.
No, you have a candidate here, Panach. He will convert his vehicle into. He wants to convert his
okay,
Java. I told you long
we
ago.
have.
Precisely, I called him for that.
Like
So-
what we should model on, like a step further, like the conventional fuel, hydrogen plus electric, so that like when we are burning 1 liter, we are aiming to bring it down to 100 ml.
Yes.
So that we could quickly change the current transportation units all over, and probably that will.
As a global opportunity.
Yes.
Actually, the E10, E85, whatever fuels are coming, if we augment hydrogen, which is sitting on the top of the ladder with respect to the combustion ability, you mix it, it will do something. Now we have to align something, it is not ready-made, but I was in the market. Now I'll name large corporations like Coke, Nestle's of the world. Amazon in the LEAP program globally have found a HOTS, and now they're fine-tuning to use that as one of the Uber has given the award, so they are acknowledging. Now, but I'm looking and hunting everywhere here that I want to do it here locally in terms of DG set itself. And of course, volume is there in cars, of course, and vehicles, large vehicles.
I will take it to Canada.
नहीं वो तो करेंगे सर वही तो बात है when we talk about. So what effectively is here in this room are MOUs. You see, so Dasapa's experiment, for me Dasapa's experiment is not experiment, it's a pilot. It's the combustion lab that I visited in Indian Institute of Science. It's not a combustion lab, it's a mini factory, my friends. For God's sake, go and have a look at it. What is there? Yeah. So you have to leave. Okay. So Saab has to leave, but before that, sir, we release this book. So I request the guys to release inertia.